All right, YouTube Nation, hey, Josh here on location. Check this project out right here, 26 by 40. In addition, a lean-to this existing 40 by 50 bank barn here. So in this video, I'm gonna share with you how we did this, how we set this up, a little bit different than a freestanding structure. Now, if you've been following along, I did kind of an early video just on the framing stage, but we got the steel on this. All right, so let's take a look at this. So if you wanna add to your bank barn, wherever you're at in the country or the world for that matter, I'll give you some specs here. 4x2 windows there, there's two. 3-foot man door, but I want to share with you what we did on the inside. Now this project's actually in Huron County, Ohio. All right, so you can see there as far as doors there, but check that out here, 40 by 50. Now we came off of that 26 by 40, and I'm going to share with you how we kind of attached that to that old bank barn right there. All right, so we got a 10 by 8 overhead door opening, and then we also have, 10 by 10, and then a 9 by 8. All right, so I'm going to share with you some interesting things that we did as far as construction on this. All right, so let's get into this. All right, you can see what we did against this old existing bank barn. See what we did? We actually ran this up. All right, there. See that? We actually have 2x6s right there, and then 4x6s over there to kind of give you some perspective. Then what we did here, you can see we took the yellow pine, we put it on top of those 4x6s, and then you can see the 2x6s at the corner there. So you see we put it on a bearing wall there. All right, so the reason why we did that, okay, you see that we did conventional post, and then we put the top beam header. Now, if we wouldn't have done this, the risk that you have is the building's gonna sway, it's gonna move on you. But when you attach these posts here, and you put the header against the steel there, and you see what we did as well up there. 2x12 yellow pine, it keeps the building more flush, more intact. Obviously the building's not gonna rack. I mean, anything can happen, obviously. This is an older building, older barn. But those trusses up there, actually you can see it's a split pitch there. Actually, it's the same pitch, but different height. But it's actually a 212 pitch. Those are actually called mono trusses. All right, so again, a 212 pitch on those. And you can see we use the vapor barrier up there, but let me give you some perspective, or some perception, depth perception, so you kind of get an idea here. So coming in here off that old bank barn right there, we got a new addition right here. See that right there again, 26 by 40. Plenty of clearance up there. All right, and then you can see what we did as far as the baseboard, skirt board right there. We got 1, 2, 3, 4 rows up there. And you see that walk-in door as well. Now he's obviously, the owner's gonna take care of the concrete himself and pour that when time permits. But that kind of gives you an idea here what you can do with an older building. Maybe you need some storage you wanna add on to. That's just a little thing to keep in mind there. So you can see what we did here. And we ran that skirt board, and see what we did? We put a little truss, not blocks, but put little blocks there. See those 2x4 blocks in there? That's to secure it there. And the reason why the skirt board was a little longer, let me pan back a little bit so you can see that. But it was a little bit longer and give that some better support. So we put those blocks in there to anchor that in there. All right. So a little bit different use case. Again, we do traditional, 30 by 40s, 40 by 60s, 60 by 100s, you name it, freestanding, and then, get a little bit more creative or get a little bit more custom. I wouldn't say custom, but get a little bit different here. A little rehab, alteration of a building. This is what we did here. So kind of gives you some perspective. So hopefully this video is a little bit different than normally the ones I post on the channel. But let me know in the comments section what you think about this. All right. And you can see there the H1 hurricane ties up there. Attached to that 2x12 yellow pine. So again, comments always welcome. So the next one, keep it locked, keep it loaded right here at Clumber, at Clumber.com.